Amelia Warner's shocking statement, "I won't stand by while Jaime gets dragged into lies." The press and social media have been like a pressure hose, spewing out rumors. Dakota Johnson said she would give everything to be with Jaime Dornan. Others quoted Jaime denying it, one side mocking, the other defending. Amelia has been silent for a long time, enduring every tweet, every article, every gossip, but now, she can't keep quiet anymore. She knows, her words, coming out at this moment, will cause a storm, but she's ready to face it. The room is quiet, except for the faint ticking of the clock. She stands up, pulls back a corner of the curtain, and looks out into the night. Outside, the street lights sparkle in the light rain. She takes a deep breath. And then, she opens her phone. Midnight statement. On her personal social media page, where she rarely posts, Amelia posted a monochrome photo, with a black background, and a simple white text. "I've had enough of the rumors. It's time to tell the truth." She attached a 7-minute video, an image of her sitting in this very living room, warm yellow light reflecting off her face. The camera pans slowly from her portrait, her eyes determined, and she begins to speak in a calm but emotional voice. "I am Amelia Warner. I am Jaime Dornan's wife, his partner, the mother of his beloved children. I know, you've heard a lot of stories lately, about Dakota Johnson, the things she said, about the choices, the trade-offs, the public loves, and the behind-the-scenes rumors. I was silent long enough to listen, to think. I listened to every article, every accusation, every comparison. I listened to close friends, strangers, people who said I was weak, waiting, suffering for fame. But today, I cannot remain silent. I am not here to accuse, to attack, but I am speaking up to defend the truth. And to say to Dakota Johnson, stop being fake." The words, "stop being fake," were like a sharp knife, touching the listener's heart. But Amelia continued, her voice not spiteful, but cold, determined. "You present your pain as a stage play. You think you are in the position of the injured person, standing on the sidelines for the audience to pity. But I know the truth, and I will not allow that pretense to overshadow the truth anymore. You say you are willing to give everything to be with him, but in my eyes, that is a fallacy. If people really give everything, they do not need to show it in the newspapers, they do not need a drama to gain pity, they live quietly but intensely. You want affection, you want the public to be on your side, but you cannot use words as power to distort reality. You cannot say you are a victim if you have actively stepped into the spotlight. You cannot wear your pain as a badge and force others to accept it." She took a deep breath, her eyes flickering. "I also kept silent to preserve my image, to protect my family, to avoid making the scandal worse. But silence is not a compromise with lies. If you want to fight, then fight with the truth, not with pretense. I love Jaime. I choose to be with him every day, in the calm and stormy days. I don't praise myself as a greater person, I don't create pain to highlight myself. I choose to love in my own way, with the truth, with actions, not with flowery words. If you really want to be with him, don't pretend, don't create scenes of suffering, don't use the public as a curtain to hide your selfishness. Be a real person. If you can do that, I will accept to step through the door of dialogue. If not, I will not give anyone the position of truth." Amelia ends the video with a look at the camera and a small smile, not soft, but like a warrior, both strong and resilient. The video uploads, and the night outside suddenly becomes dark. Media wave, fierce reaction. After just a few minutes, the news spread like wildfire. Amelia Warner speaks out to warn Dakota Johnson. A cold statement from Jaime Dornan's wife, "Stop being fake." Headlines appeared on all online newspapers, entertainment channels, and fan pages. Comments raced. Someone supported Amelia. Finally, the fair wife spoke up. Dakota should keep quiet if there is no evidence. Someone defended Dakota. Amelia is jealous, trying to keep her husband by tricks. She speaks as if she is innocent. Someone was neutral. Who is right or wrong in this matter still needs to see the evidence. Don't judge others based on a video. Dakota Johnson, according to the fictional story, saw the video on her phone when she was at home. She was sitting in a small office, the lights were dim, the phone rang. She shivered. She opened the video, listening to Amelia's every word. Her eyes changed, from surprise to sadness, from anger to numbness. She burst into tears. She turned her back to the window, looking out at the light rain. Inside, a wave of anger screamed, "Am I fake?" Point 4. The dialogue, the inner gaze. She couldn't keep quiet anymore. That night, Dakota filmed a reaction video, not on stage, not with fancy lights, just a small living room. She sat on the sofa, touching the table lamp, the warm light reflecting back on her face. She began, "Amelia Warner, I heard you say, stop faking it. I heard every word in your video. And I wondered, when did loving someone you choose become something to be judged? I dare not say I am innocent. I have spoken, I have shown emotion, I have shown pain, I have hoped to be loved, because that is who I am. I am not a robot. I have a heart. You say I staged my suffering to gain sympathy, but perhaps you did not see the nights I cried to keep my composure, the days I tried to smile in public, the times I passed up offers to make time for love. If that is fake, please tell me, how fake is acceptable?" She was silent for a few seconds, her voice choked. Amelia has the right to speak up, the right to defend herself. But she doesn't have the right to silence others, doesn't have the right to monopolize the truth. She said she loved Jaime, she chose to be with him. I also chose to love him in my own way. Her words can't erase my memories, can't erase the days I laughed, the times I cried, the moments I hoped. If you want to talk, I'm willing. But please don't use the authority of a wife to control other people's hearts. Please don't say others are fake if you've never put yourself in their shoes. Dakota ended the video with a straight look at the camera, her eyes slightly red, her lips trembling. I'm not afraid of being called fake, because fake or sincere, only those involved know. If you want the public to be with you, tell the truth, not a lie that's exposed. Her video was posted the same night, and the verbal battle between Amelia and Dakota began to spread across the internet. Point 5. Controversy, innuendo, and doubt. On entertainment forums, people compared the two videos, Amelia's angry, judgmental words, Dakota's emotional response. Many were divided. Amelia's supporters said, Dakota is playing emotional games to gain media advantage. Dakota's supporters said, Amelia is jealous, trying to create an image of a kind wife, to force outsiders to stay silent. Some said, insiders' battles are always complicated. Outsiders only see light and darkness. A few fictional articles appeared, a real picture of Amelia Warner, Dakota Johnson, photos supporting her, Jaime Dornan is silent, who will he choose? In the fictional story, Jaime Dornan, who rarely speaks up, finally has to respond. He posted a brief statement, I don't want to drag the two women I love into a public confrontation. Amelia's words, Dakota's words, I hear them both. But please, don't push them too hard. I'm in the middle. I choose sincerity. This statement caused more turmoil. People asked the question, who do you choose? Who is more trustworthy? Point 6. Inside Amelia's heart, One night later, Amelia lay in the quiet of her bedroom, staring at the ceiling. The night wind rustled through the crack in the door. In her heart, there was no longer the anger from when she made the video. Instead, there was something empty, heavy. She remembered the time she and Jaime were together, the sweet early days, the laughter of their children, the warm evenings in the living room. She remembered Jaime holding her when she cried, remembered the soft call of, "Wife," in the night. She wondered, had she gone too far? Did she hurt others? The words, "Stop pretending," were they true or just the reaction of a wounded person? She cried silently. She understood that, in love, no one is perfect. She understood that words can make people happy, but can also push people into wounds. She knew, facing Dakota or facing herself, she had to find a way to accept the broken pieces.